All right, sounds good to me, I said, sitting up from the sofa, excited to finally get this power she's been bragging about. It really must be something to be the strongest ability that her species can offer. It was hard to contain the grin on my face. Okay, Nylea, lay it on me. How do I use it? Well, Nylea replied, what I'm going to need you to do is go get a glass from the kitchen. You'll need it. Okay, I replied. Maybe it's something like telekinesis, allowing me to move things with my mind or something, I thought as I got up and went to the kitchen to get a glass. After coming back and setting it on the table in front of me, taking my seat and looking at it intently. Okay, Nylea, let's do this. It's superpower time. Okay, she replied. Now, it actually takes a little bit of energy for me to do this myself, but it's necessary in order to teach you how to do it. You need to be able to control the physical reactions that produce the effect. It's very important, so you need to pay close attention to everything. The physical sensations that you experience are an important part of knowing how to control your ability. The first time you use it might be a little bit uncomfortable, shall we call it, but you'll find that you'll get used to it in time. Now, take the glass in your hands and brace yourself. I picked the glass up from the table, staring at it intently, waiting for this demonstration of ability, just running over the countless possibilities of what I could possibly do. Was she gonna shatter the glass? Melt it? Make it disappear altogether? The possibilities just kept coming as my anticipation mounted, staring through that clear glass, waiting for it to happen. When suddenly, I felt a very familiar sensation. The sensation that I'm going to hurl, with the glass in hand and nowhere else to put it. I opened up, puking into the glass, and yeah, it was bracing, and had a weird taste to it too. I thought as I hurled into the glass, hoping that I didn't overfill it. That would be gross. What the hell? I thought she was gonna show me how to use my superpower, not make me blow chunks. But then I began to realize that there were no chunks. Surely enough, it felt like I was throwing up, but the consistency wasn't that of digested food. In fact, it was smooth almost, as if it was a pure liquid and not something else, but much thicker than water. It was strange, and as I pulled back from the cup, I noticed that what filled it wasn't vomit. The glass was full of a strange, silverish liquid that wobbled here and there in the glass, seeming thick, almost like a syrup. What the hell, Nylea? What is this? I said, staring at the glass in repulsion. Did this come out of me? That is too gross. Have some respect, Nylea said, sounding pretty angry. What you hold in that glass is the secret to the king's power, and why it is the most powerful that our race can offer. Listen closely, Kevin. The substance you hold in that glass is what amounts to a specialized substance that only those in my bloodline can create. It is a special type of matter that we produce that reacts to your kinetic force, the telepathic wavelengths that you produce. Basically, you think it, it does it, turning thought and focus into physical form. This is known as bio-keyed matter, and it is extraordinarily powerful. Using your body and mine, I produce this matter, and then, after producing it, you control it. These are important details that you need to understand so pay close attention. All symbiotes work by combining many different elements. It's not simply one thing that generates our power. There are any countless number of symbiotes, and all of them have different abilities, but they all function in much the same way, through a mixture of biological enhancement and telepathic manipulation. This is the secret to the power of the symbiotes. We modify your bodies to work in a way that benefits our ability, and then use telepathic abilities to facilitate those enhancements. Understanding this is part of understanding the enemies that you're going to come in contact with, as well as your own abilities. These two basic aspects, the enhancing of physical form and the use of telepathic energy, are the primary means by which symbiotes grant abilities. Telepathic energy can be used for a great number of things, but it has to be specific. The telepathic energy that one produces can't affect everything. If it does, it only weakens the effect. For example, if a symbiote created an ability that allowed them to use telepathic energy, telekinesis, to move just about anything they wanted, the effect would be drastically weakened, meaning they might be able to move anything they want with their mind. But the downfall is, it would take a large amount of focus to do so, and limit the amount that they could move and control, and the amount of effect they could have on it. So, we usually tend to choose very specific things to control, to have the ability to manipulate. Some symbiotes choose to manipulate outside forces: water, fire, air, electricity, types of ambient energy that they can manipulate and control at will. Other symbiotes choose to use their telepathic energies to aid physical enhancement, amplifying physical strength, speed, mobility, even vaster than the 10 times amplification that you have already received. That is the second type of telekinetic enhancement that symbiotes use. The third and final type is the most varied, and also the most dangerous, and tends to be the weapon of choice for some of the most powerful of my kind, and that is biokeyed matter, the process of enhancing our host's body to produce a very specific type of matter that is genetically keyed to have a heightened response to our telepathic wavelengths. This matter can fall into any number of categories. They could produce acid or chemicals that burst into flame, and countless other things can. And all of these things that they produce have a hyper response to our telepathic wavelengths, reacting faster and with much greater force than trying to enforce those telepathic wavelengths on outside forces. The silver substance you hold in that glass is my power, the power of the royal bloodline. By focusing your mind and your thoughts, you are able to control it and make it do what you want. Take whatever form you wish. It can move freely according to your thoughts, forming powerful weapons or defenses. You can use it to create a shield that will block attacks, or a weapon to lash out. You may even control it in its liquid form for countless different effects. Your amount of control over this substance is extraordinary. Its potential basically limitless. Regardless of what it is, this will abide by your thoughts, your will, and do whatever you need it to do, so long as you focus. Yeah, that's all well and good, I replied. But don't you think there could be an easier way to make it, or get it out of me? Do I really have to throw chunks every time I make this stuff? That's, really gross. You have no idea how gross that is. My superpower is vomiting. That's fucked up, Nylea. Really fucked up.